I love the title of the story. It gets me every time. Octomom, from dropping babies to dropping rhymes.
Oh, no, she's rapping now.
Yes. It was the next logical step in her career as a celebrity slut.
Should have seen it coming.
Octomom has been a porn star, a horror film actress, and a bankruptcy filer. And now she can add one more title to that list, a singer. Because the mom of 14 is releasing a dance song.
What's it called?
I love how they instantly give her a nickname. They just call her Octo.
Octo? Is that what she wants to go by now?
It says Octo signed a recording deal with Globe.
Oh, no. I hope that catches on. I'm sorry.
That is fantastic.
Global Groove Entertainment, and already has cut a dance track called Get on the Dance Floor. How original. That features Octo both singing and rapping. No joke.
Octo.
Octo.
That's awesome.
Is that going to be her stage name?
Oh, my God. I hope so.
The song is being produced by two guys named DJ Mr. Big and Mike Rizzo, both of whom have worked with huge artists like Britney Spears, Usher, Beyonce, and Taylor Swift. Sources tell us the recording gig came about thanks to Octo's sex tape, which we talked about a few weeks ago. We're told she felt so liberated after filming the self-pleasuring video, she wanted to find another way to express herself.
It's interesting how
No
all these
thanks,
doors
good night.
started opening as her legs opened.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Well, it also says here, we're told she took the job super seriously, taking 2 whole voice lessons. We lost our song. Hold on, let's go there. There we go.
I can't do news without a song, personally.
Yeah, I like it. I gotta have the song. She took two whole voice lessons to prepare for this.
Wow. She's a natural talent. That's what that means.
That's all she could afford. Didn't she file for bankruptcy? And she left for like $500 million or something like that?
Auto-tuner's free, right?
Well, she got a lot of money for doing that.
Oh, not
Octoporn.
Right, but how much did you get for one porno?
Well, they offered her $1 million. She turned it down the first time, so I'm sure she got it more than that.
Really?
Thanks.
Yeah.
She's a fifth out of debt now.
Well, speaking of being broke, my second story here also features Octomom.
Call her Octo from now on.
Octo.
Yeah, just abbreviate it.
Octo is being sued by a Florida strip club.
Nice.
The Octomom, Nadia Solomon, best known for Octo or Octomom, after giving birth to octuplets in 2009, is being sued after allegedly backing out of a deal to strip at a Florida club. It's called Tease Lounge in West Palm Beach. They filed a complaint against Miss Solomon, claiming that she had agreed to dance topless in 8 shows that were to begin on Wednesday. The club is seeking an emergency injunction to keep her from appearing at a competing club. Miss Solomon is being summoned to appear in court, but no hearing has been yet set. It is unclear whether the matter has been resolved before she goes on stage at the Playhouse Gentlemen's Club in Hollywood on Friday. So she's being sued by I don't know.
Yeah, I know. She just seems like a media whore at this. I mean, she always kind of was, but it's like,
I don't know. I think she's setting a bad example for all the young mothers out there. She can just be like, you know what? You can suck at being a mom and still go back and to strip and making money being a whore. Like, I don't know. I don't like it.
It's just like a fallback career.
Yeah.
You can always, you can always videotape yourself masturbating. Make a little money.
Googling yourself.
Googling yourself.
Like T.O.
There's always money. Never mind.
Well, speaking of pornography, we'll kind of switch it into pornographic text. The book 50 Shades of Grey. All right.
I've heard of this.
I don't really know a lot about this book, but
I heard something about that on Facebook.
It's like
who was talking about that?
I kind of want to throw something under the bus right now. One of my friends said he found out what it was recently. I don't want to name him by name because I just don't want to. No, I'm not gonna. But one of my friends said he found out he found out what it was, and then he heard his mom. He was going through his mom's what's that little book thing? He found it in his mom's book collection and was like, and kind of asked her about it, and she
reminds me of that Friends episode.
Yeah. Shut the front door.
All right, the front door.
All right, I'm gonna go all Joey on you guys.
Yeah. The title of the story is "Boyfriend Squirted Partner with Brown Sauce When She Refused to Stop Reading 50 Shades of Grey." This is kind of an awkward story. It's very awkward.
Is that what they're calling it now? It's gross. If it's brown, it's never mind.
Raymond Hodgkinson, 31, was charged with common assault after being appalled to discover that his partner of 5 years, Emma McCormick, had been reading the racy book. See? No racy. See if I can get this right. Carlisle Magistrates Court heard of the tiff and how the book escalated to the point where Hodgson from Carlisle, Cumbria, decided to take his revenge. In court, Hodgson pleaded guilty to the single charge of common assault. So basically what happened is he found out what this book was about, and his partner was reading the book, which is a chick, so maybe their boyfriend, girlfriend. But he got mad about it, and she tried to run out the door. He slammed her in the door and then decided to squirt her with brown sauce. Now, it doesn't specify what kind of sauce we're talking about here.
Just brown sauce.
Just brown sauce. It was a bottle of brown sauce.
I think
sitting
it was
in the
duck
bedroom.
Sauce. When I think of brown sauce, it's probably duck sauce, because other than that, it's just brown gravy. And I'm like, it would have said gravy if it was gravy.
But he now goes back and says that he regrets spraying her in the face with brown sauce because he didn't know that he could be have assault charges put
So he's
on
not
him.
really sorry. He's just sorry that he got in trouble for it.
Right, exactly.
So wait. So just so we're clear, the book is girl porn, right?
Pretty much.
It's porn for girls?
Aren't all girl books porn, or like?
I think they are.
Unless if they're either girl porn or Oprah, right?
That's what the Twilight books are, I
what?
thought. Aren't they?
Yeah.
Just chick porn?
Yeah.
What about Harry Potter?
No. That's not
kid
at all.
porn.
That's for nerds,
Hey,
dude.
hey,
That's
dude.
for nerds.
Nerd porn.
That's nerd porn.
It was not even close. You guys are way out of. Let's move on.
Oh,
about
sorry.
to
Did,
Oh, I'm
did
sorry. I'm being judged by super nerd over
We,
here.
did we push
Whatever,
a button
man.
over there?
I'm sorry. It was just a book series that got a whole generation reading again. I'm sorry. No big deal. No big deal.
Screw you guys. We're gonna go play Lord of the Rings.
The book series,
Yeah.
whatever.
All right.
When I was a kid, I read a book.
Did you?
Yeah.
I've never once seen you read a book.
Bernstein Bears was a book.
I don't have to anymore.
Never once.
All right.
It's all online.
Yeah, you just look at the pictures.
Everything's online.
Whatever.
Moving on.
What are we talking about here?
Austin's
What's
literacy.
going on?
Talking
I'm
about-
questioning your literacy.
Talking about chicks. See how everything's flowing into each other?
Sorry.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Talking about chicks.
Mhm.
There's something new that's been introduced by a German mayor. Easy parking spots for women.
Really?
Spaces in New Car Park in Black Forest town of Triberg now come with male and female symbols.
Where is that at? Is that in? That's not
It's in Germany.
It's in Germany.
What if there's
okay.
two people in the car? Do you always get to park in with females?
Good question.
What if you
You
just
know,
let your
and I
wife
bet-
drive?
If you'd let me read the story, I
Go ahead.
might be able to tell you.
Always do that.
The spaces for women are wider and well lit. I don't think I'm gonna be able to read this whole
This is
story.
upsetting, and I'm gonna go ahead.
The spaces are wider.
They're more well lit.
The spaces for women are wider and well lit. Well, those for men are close, concrete pillars and can only be reversed into. I don't understand. Explaining the policy, Mayor Gallistrobel said it was a natural decision because men are better at parking than women. And the new car park.
Naturally.
But they
it's just
allowed
assumed
that.
true.
Yeah.
I've yet to see an Asian symbol. I'm just,
Oh,
no
no bigot.
bigot.
By the way, guys, if
I'm
you're
just saying-
listening in, no bigot is what we just said. So
Sorry.
it's kind of like the
You
no homo, but
yeah,
for the
if
other
it's-
stuff.
For being racist.
if it's racial,
It
you
makes
say no
makes
bigot.
racism funny.
No
It's
bigot.
the lighter side of
You're welcome to use that.
I'm sure Tosh Point will get his hands on it.
It was,
totally
uh,
exploit us.
No. I have a problem with this right
Started here. We recorded
I
it.
don't understand. Are there no I bet nobody jumped up and claimed this is sexist because they opened up like special parking spots for women that are easier to park in, right?
Not that I know.
Nobody's screaming about it, right?
Yeah.
But if it because it's
I
because
haven't
it's a
finished the
it's a-
story yet, so I don't know.
I'm sorry, you took a
You-
long
yeah,
break.
you
I
did
assumed
stop. You
Yeah,
paused.
that's okay. I like to get your guys'
You
feedback.
totally paused. All right.
I'm done now.
So you read the story.
No, I'm just saying.
Come
It
on.
seems
There
like
has-
if they were altering something in a negative way, or anytime they change things for like to specifically suit a specific sex, it
You
causes
think-
a problem.
you
And this
think the
shouldn't-
girls-
This doesn't cause a problem because it's beneficial.
What about the
That's
ones that get
helpful.
all like, equal everything? And
That's
they,
what I'm saying.
And they get all like, but they're saying they're worse drivers, and we acknowledge we're better drivers than you, and we let you have better spots. I mean, obviously, I don't think anything wrong with it. It's not like you guys can't
See,
walk further. Let the girls park. I don't care.
At
But
the end of this story, it kind of gets me that it seems like this may be a trick because they're inviting all these people to come try the new parking spots. And the
No, it's
very
just a
last line
gimmick.
in this story says, women can come here and prove me wrong. And while they're at it, they can see the town's attractions. Who knows? I just
Yeah.
thought that was funny. I got
It
two
offended me.
more stories here. And then we're going to City Sports. I like this one. We got the Olympics coming up, London 2012. Here's the title of the story. No,
Agreed.
I like this. I like
Agreed.
this. I don't like the Olympics.
Boring.
I respect the Olympics. I don't like them. London 2012 Olympics torch upstaged by streaker.
Nice.
See?
That's what
See?
that's like I said. That's
right.
almost a sports
Take
thing.
it back. Take
Nudity
it back.
trumps fire every time.
I'll allow it.
The naked man had "Free Tibet" painted on his back, and footage shot by the public showing him running a short distance past cheering crowds at the head of the torch procession. The incident took place minutes before Sir Steve Redgrave rode with the Olympic torch along. How do you say that? Is that river? Is that Thames?
Yeah, River Thames.
The River Thames.
I don't know.
Thanks. A Thames Valley police spokeswoman said a 27-year-old man from Henley had been arrested on suspicion of outraging public decency and is in custody.
He's outraged. That's outraging. It's outraging that I haven't heard of this sooner. That's really cool.
That's neat.
I respect him and his efforts to
This
free
is
Go
Tibet.
for it, buddy.
We read the stuff that sometimes doesn't make the news.
Yeah.
I got one more story here.
Read the real news.
No, real news is stupid. But I got one more story for you.
Well,
Yeah, I hate
was-
that show.
All right. Man lugs home a 57-pound mushroom.
Man, that's massive.
Canadian man hunting for edible mushrooms in the southeastern British
So
Columbia
many,
stumbled upon
kind of
an
mushrooms?
inedible whopper that weighed 57.4 pounds. Kristen Theron, 62, and son Sebastian were coming through waist-high grass last week near Fernie when they spotted the enormous puffball mushroom. This thing is huge. He's carrying it. There was a lot of laughing and screaming. I found a lot of 5 and 10 pound mushrooms, and then they came across one, and they said they were shocked.
Man.
He took the giant fungus home to weigh it and said he would return it to where he found it so they could release its spores and perhaps create a new generation of jumbo, gigantic mushrooms.
Can you not? What's the benefit of that mushroom? I mean, can you eat it? What are you gonna do with it? I mean, he's just gonna let it go.
I don't know.
It's like a catch and release thing for mushrooms.
People just going out in the woods and
Hold
eating
on.
mushrooms?
He's looking for the special kind of mushrooms. He's mushroom hunting for like mushrooms.
Don't those come from like cow?
Yeah, you go like
in the fields, like
cow poo.
But they could also grow in others, and there's different types.
I wouldn't eat. I mean, if it's not growing in cow poo, I'm not gonna eat it. That's just my policy.
There's a lot of cow poo to grow. 57
I'm
pounds.
just saying, yeah.
All right.
gross.
Let's transition. Are you ready?
Keep shutting me down.
Seriously.
Yeah, every time Joey starts to talk about something, Patrick's like, all right, let's something else.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm ready. Let's move on.
All right.
Okay, what's up next?
City Sports Time with Austin Brooks.
City
you know what time it
Sports.
is.
All
GLB.
Okay, we got a couple funny stories this week. I got about 4 of my thing. The first one is going to be Adrian. Oh, what is that?
I'm sorry?
Oh, it's different music. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
like, what is that? Okay, so we got Adrian Peterson. Did you guys hear about a whole shebang with him getting in, like, resisting arrest with that cop or something and, like, going to jail? Did you hear anything about that?
No.
Okay, so he was, there's a mugshot of him that's really funny. He's, like, smiling. He's lawyered up after all this stuff's been going down. He was basically, let me see, who was it at? He's arrested, allegedly shoving an off-duty police officer in a Houston nightclub on Thursday morning. He's taken with the goofy, mugshot right there. The general manager of the nightclub tells TMZ that Peterson was hammered that night, which is completely out of character for the Minnesota Vikings running back, who has no reputation for being a very low, has a reputation for being a very low-key guy. We're told he apologized to police officer after the incident. He later tweeted, "Thank you for waiting for the facts. The truth will surface." Basically, he's saying that he didn't push this cop and they just like beat him up and something and took him to jail, and he wasn't resisting at all, and like he wasn't drunk at all. Like this picture of him like smiling, he looks kind of goofy. He didn't look drunk though. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I saw the picture and I just started cracking up.
I don't know. That would scare me, man. If I was a cop and I'm coming up and you're having to confront somebody like Adrian Peterson, that guy's enormous.
Yeah.
I mean, how big is the last cop you saw?
I just saw the picture of the mugshot and it just made me crack up. It's super funny.
I don't know. Some cops are pretty overweight. I've seen some big cops.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, like, I don't know.
Need to post up security at the donut shop.
Evander
Wow.
Holyfield foreclosed on his Georgia mansion. That's bad.
Is he broke too?
Yeah.
Oh man, this
He
economy's
couldn't-
kicking everybody's ass.
Couldn't fight his way out of this one. The former heavyweight champ is finally moving out of his foreclosed Georgia mansion after failing to strike a deal with the bank. Holyfield owed more than $14 million on the 54,000 square feet mega mansion, which is sold at foreclosure auction for $7.5. So they got it for half off.
Ooh, it's a good buy.
Yeah,
a solid investment. And you can say it's Evander Holyfield's old house.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. That sucks, man. He used to be cool. What happened to him? I got some more stories. Give me a second.
Broke, apparently.
Yeah, so sports sucks right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. I mean, the only thing that's going on is baseball. Like, basketball's over. Football hasn't started yet.
Did you guys watch the All-Star game?
Hockey's over.
No, I didn't watch the All-Star game. It was on while I was at work, but...
It was a beatdown.
Baseball's boring.
I love
can't
baseball.
help. I can't like baseball. I want to. I get into it.
You like
when,
hockey?
Yeah, hockey's
Get out
cool.
of here.
People get
Come
hurt
on,
in
man.
hockey. Yeah. I can get behind all the violence
just like
in hockey.
watching hockey because you saw the movie Goon.
Yeah, it was. That did spark my interest. The movie I saw 6 months ago, 3 months ago.
That was good.
Yeah, I don't know anything about any hockey teams or anything. I do enjoy watching.
But you can't even name three players from the Stars.
No, not even one. Is Mike Madonna one?
Not anymore.
And I'm out of hockey. That's all I know.
Yeah,
I do think that's cool. I could watch it though.
I remember when they won the Stanley Cup.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Against Colorado. And that goal that was kind of like everyone didn't know if it really should have counted, and like everyone's trying to argue it. But it was a big
See,
deal.
I don't know anything about all that stuff. But again, Goon came out a few months ago, and that's what really got me on the bandwagon with hockey. Is that going on? I don't even know.
No, it's
that.
over.
Oh,
I think
okay.
the Red Wings won.
But to reiterate my point, baseball's boring. Convince me it's not. It takes for when we were playing baseball the other day, I was at his house and we were playing Super NES, and we had a Ken Griffey.
Yeah, I played that too.
Whatever,
that's
dude.
fun.
Oh my god, it was sort of fun for the first like 3 innings, and then I was like, man, I have to play another like 6 innings of this.
That's because you were getting your ass kicked, and all
It
you had to do was
nothing
pitch.
to do with me getting my ass kicked. It had very little to do with me getting my ass kicked, and a lot to do with it's just a lot of the same thing over and over.
It just sucks to pitch the whole game because I was kicking your ass.
Whatever. That's not even my point.
It does take a lot longer when someone's kicking ass.
I can't even go to a game and like really enjoy myself because it's too expensive to get drunk, and it's really damn hot for most of baseball season.
2 words for you, dude.
What?
Tailgating.
Tailgating, nothing. Again, you don't solve the it's like
You can tailgate inside a house. Watch this sports.
tailgate.
But I don't have 9
go to a
innings in me.
bar.
I don't have 9 innings in me for that. I could sit there. I could get through about 6 innings before like I just don't
You
have
need
the
to go to the
attention span
Lexus Club Box at the Ranger Stadium.
for that. Is there like a
It's
a
like
TV in there so I can change
it's
the
like
channel when
the
the
seats-
game gets boring?
The seats are.
Like, that's the only reason I would enjoy being at that.
It's kind of like. I mean, I'm surprised they don't let just women in there because it's like it's nicer. The seats are wider. Like it's like
Maybe
leather
I've just never
chairs.
gone to a baseball
Like,
game the right way.
They bring you drinks and food to like a waiter to your chair.
This is the kind of baseball I can get behind.
And you're there watching the whole thing. It's pretty cool, dude.
Well, what have I been What if this sounds like a completely different sport thing? Because what the hell have I been watching? I've been sitting outside in the bleachers like a chump,
Yeah, no, that's because
eating like boats and nachos.
those are always the
squirted out
free
of a
tickets we
tube.
get. We always get free tickets.
Cost me $11.
You can play NBA Jam on your iPhone.
Yeah,
I guess, but then it's still 9 innings. My iPhone's gonna be dead by the 5th inning. And then what am I supposed to do?
That's true. The
Oh my
NBA Jam
God.
wears down your
God,
battery.
remind me to never invite you to a baseball game.
Yeah, man, it's horrible.
All right.
He'd go.
Football's
He would
cool.
go. We had fun when we go.
Sure, but I'm not having fun watching the game. I'm having fun like
Talking
hanging
shit about
out, you
everyone
know.
else you see.
Like I watch a little bit, I cheer when you guys do. I'm not watching the game. Again, I'm doing everything but
I do
it's
the wave.
just by yourself.
No, I mean I don't start it or anything. I mean I'll join in when it's going around.
Well, sure, that's something to keep you going, but like I'm just saying.
You have
Okay.
anything else?
Anyways, yeah. Back for
City
sports.
sports.
So
Breaking forth.
Speaking of houses, Peyton Manning just bought a brand new mansion in Denver. It's pretty awesome looking. It's sick. It is 16,000 square feet, and he agreed to pay $4.5 million.
He's gonna be playing for the Broncos. Right?
Yep. So he's getting all snuggled in. The house has 7 bedrooms, 9 baths, 7-car garage, a gated entrance, a panic room, and elevator.
I don't want to hear about the things rich people spend their money on.
seriously.
I'm like, this is the reason I don't watch Cribs. I don't care, you know. I'm like, just reminds me of how crappy. Like, I like my apartment for the most part until I see like this stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah. Speaking of some other stupid trades and all the stuff that's been going on in the NBA,
yeah.
Steve Nash touches down in
The
LA.
Lakers.
Lakers.
Yeah.
He said he's ready to be a Laker.
He wants a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
finally
needs to
arrived.
Does he not have one yet? He doesn't have one, does he?
38-year-old point guard.
Oh man.
Yeah, he arrived last night in Los Angeles to sign his contract, and the NBA superstar tells TMZ he can't wait to finish the paperwork and officially join the squad. They asked if they had anything to say at all the Phoenix Suns fans mourning his loss. He simply replied, "It's tough. You're always going to disappoint somebody." So
that's true. I mean, I guess it's a big.
He's only got probably 2 years left anyway.
It's a good move for his career, but I always kind of liked Steve Nash, you know, back when he was a Maverick and everything. And I always hated the Lakers. I think I really just hate the Lakers fans more. Yeah. I don't like Lakers fans.
And it's like Kobe is so annoying.
I know. I hate that he has, 6 rings? 5 rings?
Stupid.
I hate that guy. But again, I'm hating on him.
He's
I'm
really
jealous.
good.
He's very good. I respect him. You know, I'm like, man, that guy can move. It's impressive.
If he was ever on the Mavericks, we'd love him.
Oh, for real. I mean, we'll never get a superstar. Instead, we just give ours away.
I think it's more of a Lakers culture that we hate more than anything.
That's what it is. It's like I also don't like New York Yankees fans because if you're not, unless you're from New York, if you're from New York, it's perfectly fine. But it's like how hard is it to be a Yankees fan? They win every couple of years. Oh, that's so hard of you.
You're so diehard.
I'm like try being a Cowboys fan. Try being a Cowboys fan. Do that. It's hard. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's not. Cowboys is an American team. Everyone watches them.
I have a game we used to play when we go to the Rangers games and the Yankees were in town. We'd sit in the parking lot and drink beer. And no bigot, classify everyone that walked by with the Yankees hat on. And there's only about 3 classifications that they fall under, but I'm not even going to say that on the air.
No bigot.
No bigot.
You can say it. Just follow no bigot. It's all good.
They're either single moms.
No, okay, that
doesn't apply. Go ahead.
They're either black or Mexican.
No bigot.
No bigot.
No bigot. No, they like what they like, and that's fine. It's good to be a part of a winning team. I feel you.
Yeah, but
everyone wants to be part of something bigger than themselves.
But be a part of a winning team that's within a 10-mile range.
I guess I just don't respect. Like you're required to support the home team.
Home team.
I mean, even if you're not
live here, you have to
I'm
support
not
the
like
home
again.
team.
I don't like baseball or anything, but I would be happy if they won because it's like they're my home team. You know, if I was gonna watch baseball, it would be them.
And the whole concept of sports was
to promote camaraderie. You know,
right,
among
exactly. It's like I'm a Yankees fan. Well, you're dead now.
Like,
yeah, all these places got their best guys that they could find around there, and join up a team.
And I feel the same way, for the most part, about the Lakers.
All right.
I'm like, how hard is it to be a Lakers fan?
Touche.
I don't know.
So that's it for sports.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a break, Jimmy. We'll be back here in just a minute. We're gonna do a little Zombie Watch 2012 for you. A little stirring the pot. Talk about some Kid Craddock stuff. And we're going to talk about the etiquette of calling shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tune in. This is important.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. TheBarLive.com. You listen to the YNR Radio Show.
Yo.
We're back. It's the YNR Radio Show. You're hanging out with the boys. It's broadcasting from the barlive.com. Again, if you want to call us on the air, it's 214-736-3569. What's that phone number, boys?
214-736-3569. Yeah.
Or you can email us live on the air. What's our email?
YNR Radio
at
gmail.com.
The Gmail.
You're learning.
I'm getting so good.
That's what we call learning.
You know, on our by the way, our Tumblr site hasn't been updated in a while.
Yeah, about that.
Whose responsibility is that?
I don't have access to. I don't know how to log into that. I tried. It wouldn't let me.
I don't remember either.
Right. What happens to websites that they just float around out there with no one
like MySpace
taking care of them? Do they does it go feral?
No.
I don't know. Like an animal left in the wild?
I don't think anyone's been on MySpace since 2009 and it's still out there.
Justin Timberlake bought MySpace, didn't he?
Did he?
I think he
bad move.
Yeah, he did. He was trying to turn it into a full music thing.
I saw a bunch of plugs for a bunch of stuff's called MySpace is Dead all over Austin during the end of South by Southwest this year.
They're trying to make it just music, but
when I search for new songs and I want to find out what's on the charts, I go to billboard.com, and every time you hit the play button to sample a song, it pulls it up in the MySpace player. So I mean, they're probably banking off the music part of it. That's
what they were supposed to be to begin with, right? I thought that's what initially
it started out for music. Yeah. Definitely music and videos, I think.
Cool. Interesting.
What
are we doing?
I was gonna have this queued up, but
what are you queuing up?
It's time for Zombie Watch. Zombie Watch 2012.
All right. I like this part of this. Today on Zombie Watch 2012. Now, nobody got eaten this week.
No.
But another person did get really messed up on bath salts.
Yeah.
And alcohol.
Again.
And marijuana. Mostly bath salts.
Yeah.
What happened was a Georgia woman called the police on July 3rd and reported that her son was acting crazy and schizophrenic, in her words. He was running around with a knife. He got really, really extremely paranoid, and he was convinced all his friends had set him up for something. When the police showed up, though, this is when it gets really interesting. The police roll up, and this just spurs the man on. He's got feces in his mouth, and he's still brandishing a knife, and he starts banging on the cop's windshield, challenging him to a fight. He's saying, "Get out, come on, let's go," this whole thing. Like, the cop's sitting in his car, and this guy, I keep imagining him shirtless. He's not in the picture, but I imagine he's not wearing a shirt while he's eating feces.
What tribe is he?
I mean, did you assume he was a black guy?
Yeah, no bigot, but yeah.
Well, it was, but that has nothing to do with the story.
Okay.
But he's banging on the guy's window, brandishing a knife, and it sounds like the cop sat there for a second, and then, but as soon as he pulls the gun on him, the guy drops the knife and kind of comes to his senses. I don't know. I guess he snapped out of it or
That's
whatever.
insane.
But after a short little struggle, he was apprehended and taken into custody.
What? Why did people continue to take this?
I don't know. They're doing it on purpose. Everybody knows what's happening with it. And you know what? A minute ago, now I'm just going to quote Pugs here because he told me a second ago. But a minute ago, I did find out that the bath salts that the man in Miami was on were not bath salts at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
in
said
fact,
that last
he was just normal.
Yeah. He's just high. Yeah, it's a little bit of marijuana.
It said there was marijuana in his system. Does it mean he was high at that time?
Well, it also doesn't
How
mean
long
that's
does
what
marijuana
caused
stay in
him
your
to do
system? From what I've heard, a long time. I don't know. I don't know.
I
these
don't think
things.
this one incident.
Well, see, I think I mentioned this before. The media really escalates this. Like back when kids wore, what was it, Special K or whatever they were doing?
Oh,
something like
K2.
Yeah, it was Special K, but no one. That's been around for a long time.
Right,
dude.
it's been around for a long time, but not a lot of people knew about it. And some kids
kind of surfaces. They hear about it.
Surfaces through the media, and then everybody else is like, "Huh, let's try this."
Like that cheese thing. It came out with that heroin mixed with something or
Tylenol PM.
Tylenol PM.
Yeah, why would you do that? That's the worst drug I've ever heard of.
Same kind of thing with that.
They called it cheese.
God.
That's awesome.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
people,
to sum up, don't snort bath salts. It's apparently like cocaine.
Zombie Watch is ongoing.
They keep trying to ban it, but what they're doing is the companies that are making it keep making it by changing the chemical compound in it so that they can't outlaw it completely. And they just repackage it and redistribute. The same thing they did with K2 when they still were trying to outlaw that. They just keep changing exactly what's in it and how they're packaging it.
Yeah.
Just to avoid the law.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Wonder if there's some new scam to try to get the bath salts on FDA approvals or something before they can be sold or something like that.
Well, after this. never gonna happen. Anyway, well, I know this week wasn't all zombie. I mean, he was eating human poo, but that's not flesh. Austin next week has a great article about fortifying your home for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, and the best homes out there that already are fortified in case you're interested in buying one. So we had a real estate stuff going on.
Interesting. Next week.
Is that all you got for zombie?
That's all I got for zombie
watch.
Let's go into this stirring the pot thing this week, and I got a story for you. Let me turn down the music here real quick.
What is that? It sounds like Animaniacs or something.
Yeah, it's a different version of that song we usually play. But we'll go ahead and do. I'm going to play this video clip. I want you guys to kind of take this in and tell me what you think about it. All right?
Tell me what.
Local rape crisis centers. Everyone is responding to Kid Craddock's comments on his nationally syndicated radio show about women and the date rape drug. CW33's Daniel Novik joins me in studio with what he said and what others are saying. Lots of people talking about this one, Daniel.
Yeah, they've been talking ever since yesterday morning. In fact, it started with the segment yesterday morning on his radio show based out of the Metroplex, where he had a guest talking about how she thought she had been recently roofied. Now, that's the term used for when someone slips a date rape drug into a person's drink.
Roofie colada.
More of Kid Craddock in the morning.
Kid Craddock called it an epidemic that's sweeping America.
Is that it?
First of all, they like to throw away the word. They like to throw the word epidemic around a lot. And,
that is a word. That is a word that's thrown around quite a bit.
Word. I'm like, I just automatically don't believe it. I'm like, okay, well, it happened once then.
Yeah.
And somebody important heard about it.
Well, the internets aren't working very good. But basically, I'll read the story, and you can take from this what you want. From Facebook to local rape crisis centers, many have responded to Kid Craddock's comments on his nationally syndicated radio show about women and the date rape drug. It started with a segment Monday morning on the show based out of the Metroplex, where he had a guest talking about how she thought she had been recently roofied. All right, keywords in this: recently thought. Okay.
Yeah, thought.
Yeah.
She
Okay. All right. Just take that for what it is. The term roofied is the term used when someone slips a date rape drug into someone's drink. Craddock called it an epidemic that was sweeping America. Women who say they have been roofied, in quotations, women who say they have been roofied. Also in quotations, normal guys now are suspects like, oh, he's standing by my drink. Oh my God, put a hand over your drink, Craddock says on his show. Nobody is getting roofied. It's very, very small. It's a very, very small percentage of people. That's quoting Kid Craddock.
Wow.
Now,
how's it an epidemic if it's
right? Well, here's the deal.
Stupid.
There's two different sides here, and I obviously when I heard this, I've been in the bar industry for years. I've seen girls that have been roofied. I've dealt with them.
I've never seen anybody.
I know the signs.
Not like it wasn't on purpose.
I've had to take care of girls and make sure they get home safely because of this, and it's. And it happens. It happens every day, all the time, all around the country.
What?
Riding around your car, just picking up girls.
You take girls home to make sure they get home safely.
That makes you sound a lot like...
Okay.
This sounds like a really good scam.
It's Mother Teresa over here.
You've been roofied. Let me take you home.
I said that wrong.
He picks up the stragglers.
Okay.
Picking up drugged out girls at bars. That's what you said. I wish there was a playback button. So while you're at work,
all right, that came out.
You're watching girls get drugged. First of all, where are you
Can
working?
I defend myself, please? Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Having been a bar manager, okay, I don't even know what kind of drugs these are. I don't do drugs. I don't know how all this works. But
you're not an expert on date rape.
You're onto something here, Patrick.
From an innocent man. I hate you guys. I really
Go ahead, continue. I'm listening.
So basically,
This is not. Come on. This is dead air.
All right. People get roofied all the time in bars. Yeah. It happens every day and all the time. And people, I think, misconstrued what he's saying here. He's saying that it's a very, very small percentage of people that get roofied. But he also goes on to say that women use this as an excuse. And when I played the video earlier and I was talking about this, I'm like, man, we should use this for stirring the pot. Gina was sitting next to me, and she said, I agree with him. I said, on what basis? And she said, have been working in an ER for so long. I see girls that come in all the time that say they were roofied, and their parents are standing right next to them, and they use it as an excuse for having gone out and got drunk and slept with 3 different dudes. So there's 2 different sides. Women using it as an excuse or in some overbearing way to get out of it, or slide the truth?
Either one. I don't think it's an epidemic.
You know what? That's not the. Damn it!
But this whole story. Okay,
sorry.
Stop. This whole story had such a backlash. People are coming out from different organizations around town, really giving him a bunch of crap about this. But what do you guys think?
Well, I mean,
I just want to hear more about what you did with these girls when you took them home.
The date, no. The date rape, like this whole thing about girls claiming to have been date raped and everything. I mean, it's obviously a terrible thing. And I acknowledge that it happens. I've just never been anywhere where it like I've never been around anybody that actually happened to. I've been to a lot of parties. I've been to a lot of bars, and I've never seen it actually happen. Now I will say that I've talked to a lot of girls before, and a lot of them say they've been date raped.
Right.
They got drugged and date raped, and I'm like, But then all these stories, you ask the question, what'd you do about it? And it's like, oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't tell anybody. And I'm like, I understand. I mean, it's hard to draw the line. It's hard to say who's, you can't call somebody a liar when they say they think they have, because it's such a terrible thing. Then people are getting away with it.
The only reason I brought that personal experience up is because I've been a bar manager in a pretty shady bar, and I had some friends that had got drugged, and it happened a couple different times, and there was a same dude that was involved or in the near vicinity of the area when it happened, and we ended up catching him one day.
Well, here's the other side of this. If people, when you start throwing away things like he raped me, when you get accused of rape or that sticks with you like nothing else.
That's
the
intense.
only other thing close to that is if you get accused of being a pedophile, after that you might have to register for the rest of your life. I'm just saying, it's something that gets thrown around a little bit. I don't know.
It does get thrown around a little bit.
I think it does.
One of the
it's a dangerous thing to accuse somebody of it. I don't know.
This old guy I used to work with got saying he basically got in trouble for raping this girl when she was 17 or whatever, but they were in love and they ended up getting married, and they're still married 45 years later, but he still has it on his record that he was as a rape charge or whatever.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it brings me to another thing. We're a sue happy country. People get offended a lot, but it's supposed to be a freedom of speech. So there's obviously some lines that you don't cross, especially when you have a mountain that you're standing on, like Kid Craddock does. Do you think he was in the wrong, or do you think he's just expressing an opinion and people should let it go?
I think he took on a dangerous subject, and he took a I respect him for taking that side on it, because that is one side of the argument. That's one
most
side
of
of
his
it.
listeners are female, so why not take their side on it?
Well, I respect what he tried to do, but he just stepped on some dangerous ground there, and he's going to get some backlash from it.
Hypothetically, I don't know. This is kind of weird. I'm going to try and say this, but I think it's funny. What is it rape if she comes?
And to Austin for the lighter side of rape. Hey, did you guys hear Daniel Tosh got in trouble for making a rape joke at the Laugh Factory?
Am I onto something here? Really?
Is that how you determine it? Is that how you've determined it, Austin?
No,
I think I'm in a room full of rapists. That's what this is. You guys are you found a topic so you can bring it up and justify all your date rapes.
I'm just saying, I don't know. If there's some way to prove that to help protect some of the guys that are getting called,
How would you prove that?
I don't know.
Who's going to prove that?
I don't know.
I'm just asking. How do you plan on proving this?
Whatever. It's just stupid. What's
ill-conceived.
I digress.
I feel better about myself as a person. It's another reason I videotape all of my sexual experiences. Of course, all of them are all that horrible angle where it's just
butt and balls.
There I am.
It's the only angle I like.
See. Told you, it wasn't rape.
All right. Well, let me read the end of the story and we'll wrap it up. It says people responded to Craddock's Facebook page, some supporting the morning radio show host, and he said, "Thanks for speaking out on the show. Glad somebody said it." Others were not so happy. Somebody said, "Dude, why isn't your issue with the men who riffy women? This is so messed up." So it's something that is a very fine line. Craddock also addressed the issue on his Facebook page, saying in part, "I'm sure that actually getting roofied is a horrible and traumatic event and is disrespectful to the real victims to use it as an excuse for a wild night."
Yeah.
All I got to say about Craddock is any kind of publicity is good publicity. Right, so he's just putting himself out there on a big hot topic to just get the buzz going, and then
I kind of find it.
He took the harder side of it.
He's he comes off as a somebody that does a lot of charity work, that has foundations. Getting publicity with this stunt doesn't seem like it really matches up a little bit, but I may be wrong.
Didn't really fit his profile.
All right, well, let's move on. That's Stirring the Pot this week. We're going to talk about something that I used to do a lot as a kid, and I used to lose because I'd always forget. When you come out and you're heading towards a car, you call shotgun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone calls shotgun.
Do you still call shotgun to this day?
Well,
yes. Yeah, you have
All
to.
right, there's when you're calling shotgun, I want to go ahead and address this because
this is important.
I professionally ride shotgun. What does the average person drive a year?
15,000 miles.
Let's say I probably average about 3,000 miles a year personally behind the wheel, actually operating the pedals and the wheel and everything. But I have a very important job though. I mean, I feel like
You do.
I ride shotgun.
Very important job.
I ride shotgun, and there's a lot of responsibility that comes with riding shotgun. I'm going to breeze over this and just address how you get to ride shotgun because I by no means have permanent shotgun just because I'm professional.
Not at all.
You're welcome to have it if you feel you can take
on
on the
your resume?
responsibility. It should be.
Yeah.
After this, it should be.
Okay.
So the obvious
Senior
rules
executive shotgun rider.
when you're
Rules to becoming a shotgun.
rules to getting to ride front seat. Obviously, we were talking about riding the front seat. You walk outside. Everybody that's participating, besides the driver, obviously, has to be in clear sight of said vehicle. The vehicle you're heading at, you have to look. You can't call it ahead of time.
Nope.
There's no pre-shotgun, and there's no just automatic swapping because he rode it last time. That doesn't happen either.
Yeah, unless you call it, unless it's pre-called.
No, you can't
You
pre-call
can
it. You
pre-discuss
can't
that.
No, you can't.
You can allow someone to not even play.
Okay, there are a lot. Let's go ahead and address it. There are a lot of variations on the rules for calling shotgun. The rules I play by: you got to be inside of the car. Everybody has to. I mean, not even everybody has to be there.
The real rules.
The first
Okay,
one to
we'll
see
go.
it can call it,
Gotcha.
right? And if there's any kind of dispute, you can settle the players, the participants, can settle it any way they want. Rock, paper, scissors, a favorite of mine, but Indian leg wrestling, whatever works for you guys.
You can race to the car.
Well, you can call it. You can call unless they call it no blitz.
Yeah,
that's true. Now the shotgun is also negated if someone touches the handle to the front to the driver's to the part of the passenger side door, then no one can call shotgun. He's already there.
Yeah,
he already has it. He's claimed ownership of shotgun. So that's all I'm going to say about it. You all know
That's
how you get into the front
shotgun.
seat.
I'm curious. One more thing: are there specific responsibilities involved with certain shotgun procedures?
That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Everything is.
When you say shotgun, you're not only saying I want to ride in the front seat. You're saying I assume all the responsibilities that come with becoming said shotgun.
And the driver himself knows this. When he's like at any time, the driver can pick his shotgun.
Yeah,
he can pick him at any time and overrule any kind of previous arrangement.
So the driver overrules all.
No,
if he wants to.
The history of shotguns started back when they were doing the stagecoach, and the actual old-timey guy would have a shotgun person sitting next to him that would protect the whole coach around Indians, bears, whatever they were coming across.
You were there, yeah.
Your job was to protect it, watch out for stuff.
You're just as a responsibility for your cargo as the driver is.
Yeah,
I like to think of it as being a co-pilot. In a lot of ways, what you're doing, when you're in the front seat, you're the navigator. You handle, even if it's an electronic device, you handle the maps.
So you're saying that's the transfer to the modern age is maybe a GPS.
Well, if you have a GPS, but even back in the day, it was the person that held the map. You can't hold the map and drive at the same time.
Yeah.
Your job is to keep the driver's hands on the wheel. He has enough responsibility, maintaining control of the vehicle.
Yeah.
So you got to navigate.
You got to watch out for stuff.
You got to keep your eye out. You're the eye on the road that's watching for cops because he's watching for all the regular safety stuff he has to do. You see a cop, and no matter how minute, whether you think he saw it or not, you call it.
You always call it. You always call it.
Whether the lights are on, whether it's really obvious or it's late at night and you're the first one to see it, you call it every time just in case.
Yeah.
You don't look at his speed to check if he's speeding first.
That's a rule.
You just call it so he knows. You want to, again, the idea is to keep the driver's hands on the wheel at all time. If he needs to use the phone in any way, you are his secretary. You pick up that phone call if you have to answer the phone in the car.
Yeah.
You send a
text
text
for
message. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think these are good things.
To some degree, you're the DJ. You don't want him fiddling with the radio. He doesn't like the radio station. He calls it at any time. He can change it by verbally, though.
Yeah,
you just call
driver.
it.
But at the same time, the driver, he's completely responsible. Like if something happens to the driver, you're all dead.
Exactly. It's my responsibility. Now there's a situation that comes up often. Often, Austin and I ride places when we go out to bars and everything. A lot of people think that if you don't drive, you are not responsible.
No, you take on full responsibility. Ed says
you are as responsible as the driver is, if not more. It's like being on call. You're the on-call pilot because said that if the driver accidentally eats a roofie and can't drive home, you have to be the one to do it because that's what you're there for.
Yeah.
Unless you get the wave off. Once Austin says to me, Joey, what are you worried about? You're not driving. All the gloves come off and the shots start rolling, And that's when that's the only time that's allowed to happen because otherwise I still have to be there just in case he takes it too far, It's a lot of responsibility.
Or to grab the steering wheel in case of an emergency.
If something happens and the driver does have to take his hands off the wheel, you got to be able to control the vehicle. The driver has to be able to trust that you can control the vehicle from the passenger side. Yeah. So this is one more thing I want to come back to the driver on. If, let's say, the two of us are out and Austin decides to bring a girl home and he wants her to ride shotgun, he is assuming all responsibility at that point.
At that
From the
point,
back seat,
I take all responsibility.
I have no control over any of the things I should be able to control.
No backseat drivers allowed.
You don't backseat drive. No, ever. If he wanted me in the front seat, he would have said so. Otherwise, he's got it. Yeah. And I just assume I take his word for it.
Is it appropriate to give up your shotgun privileges for a woman?
I will always do it unless he stops me. That's also my
sometimes guys need to be up in the front. I mean,
that's road trips.
Road trips, guys need to be up front.
Navigator's got to be sitting next to you. Can't be in the back seat.
Yeah. Certain things, like if you're on a date or something, or
why would I be there if I was on a date?
No, I'm saying like we all went out, like we were both with chicks or something.
Then maybe
because they would sit together, whatever. I don't know, but
no bigot.
Why is that no bigot?
It's kind of sexist.
You're sexist.
No, whatever.
How's that sexist?
I don't know. You said girls have to sit in the back seat. Just saying.
How's that? Well, who gets to say they sit in the front seat? That's sexist.
The safest place in the car is the seat directly behind the driver. I learned this from the office.
You always want to protect your precious cargo.
The driver will instinctively protect himself first in the event of an accident. I'm just saying.
You put your cargo behind you to protect it, man.
But again, like I said, the driver has the ultimate discretion over who rides next to him. And if let's say, and then there's the situation that comes up whereas let's say the driver wants to light his own cigarette. We're dudes, we're not chicks. I'm not going to light a cigarette for him. That's one of those situations where I reach over and I hold the wheel for him while he lights a cigarette, right?
Or whatever.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
If you're eating in the car, I mean, I'm not going to feed. No, we don't really
eat in the car.
It doesn't come up. We don't eat in the car.
You're not going to feed the driver?
I'm not going to feed the driver.
Give me some French fries, dude.
Back to shotgun. Okay, that's stupid.
But my point is,
my nugget.
This is real. Okay, and we need everyone out there that's calling shotgun to abide by these rules.
I like to be universal. I don't want to have to get to each person and go to call shotgun and have some special rule where you have to roll twice or do like skip to the car or something like that.
Yeah.
Not childish games.
No childish.
So if you're gonna play the game of calling shotgun, make sure you're assuming.
Know what you're signing yourself up for. Yeah. It's like being the guy on the plane that sits next to the emergency exit door.
There should special responsibilities.
You should have like a printout, like on the front of, like on your visor, that has all the rules that you have.
Shotgun rules.
Yeah,
rules of shotgun.
If you don't feel you're up to the challenge of accepting these responsibilities, please let your driver know, and you'll be seated
appropriately.
Yeah, that's when you get moved behind the driver.
All right. Well, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shotgun rules for you.
We were discussing it in the car earlier.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to call in and talk about any shotgun rules that you have or experiences, it's 214-736-3569. We're going to go ahead and take another break. Coming back in the third segment, we're going to do a little flagged as inappropriate Craigslist jokes this week.
Craigslist jokes.
And gross but true, we're going to be talking about
pooping in front of your girlfriend.
All right. All right. YNR Radio Show, barlive.com. We'll be back. It is thebarlive.com. You're listening to the YNR Radio Show. Thanks, guys, for tuning in with us. If you want to email us on the air, it's ynrradio@gmail.com. Or you can call in and talk crap to us. It's 214-736-3569. We are coming back in the third segment of the show. And this segment, for the guys sitting next to me that don't know what we're doing.
What are we doing?
It's first, we're going to do a little flagged as inappropriate.
Okay.
All right. Instead of Craigslist ads this week, we're going to do Craigslist jokes.
Yo.
And I'm kind of excited to see what you pulled on that, Austin.
Okay.
And then we'll do a little gross but true this week. We're going to be talking about when is it okay for you to fart in front of a woman and
poop in front of her, whatever.
Yeah, well, all those facts.
Yeah.
All right.
Factual information.
I have some stories that I probably shouldn't tell from, about Gina, but
we got some
all
stories.
Right, I'm excited.
She never really listens to the show anyway. She just listens to it occasionally.
Yeah, I've been sitting on a gym. Something happened to me Friday that I haven't told you guys. I haven't told anyone yet, and I'm waiting for this.
There was a couple weeks ago when we were talking about women using sex as a weapon.
Yeah.
I got a lot of flack for that. She had randomly put on the show and was listening to it, and she turned it off and closed her laptop. She's like, "So tell me more about this sex as a weapon deal." And I'm like,
I bet she followed that with, "Now we're not having sex."
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what Gina sounds like in my head.
Nah, she's not really like that.
I'm just kidding. I love Gina. Sorry, Gina.
Yeah, I'm already on thin ice. I can't really go.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We got something?
Yeah, I do have an answer to the question. The comedian line.
The comedian line. Yeah.
Okay.
Harry Anderson.
Harry
from
Anderson.
Night Court.
Bingo.
Yeah.
He coined that.
So to reiterate what we were talking about on the break
outside when you guys weren't there.
Yeah, we were talking about hecklers and comedians on stage, and it's a classic line that was coined by Harry Anderson about hey, when they heckle comedians on stage, hey, I don't come to your work and mess with the Slurpee machine, or I don't come to your lawn service and throw rocks at you while you're trying to mow the grass.
Right. Yeah.
So that's coined by Harry Anderson.
Piss in your mop
I
bucket.
didn't even see that coming. Really, I didn't even see it coming.
It was something interesting. That's why I felt we need to break in.
Thanks, Pug.
Yeah, Pugs Moran from the PMS show sitting next to us on our broadcast today. Senior Vice President of Executive Order and thebarlive.com, something like that.
I didn't know what he was doing over there. I thought he was just Googling himself. That's what it looked like.
He's got his webcam
He looked really pleased with himself. I assumed he was Googling his own name.
He's got his webcam on. He's Googling himself. All right, let's jump into it. We're going to do a little flagged as inappropriate. Who's got that this week?
Flagged as inappropriate this week. I read an article on, or I got it emailed to me by Dana Caswell, my dad's wife, from the Frisky, some website she goes to. It says, robot prostitutes may be the tourist attraction of the future. This is flagged as inappropriate.
Robot prostitutes.
The day we start having sex with robots, that's the day they win. I mean, this robot, if the zombie apocalypse doesn't get us, it'll definitely be the robopocalypse, and they'll get us by forming a connection with us, like a physical. Because everybody knows guys' hearts are in their dicks, and if we're having sex with a machine, it'll just make it that much harder for us to, rise up against them and destroy them. Or it'll make it that much easier for them to infiltrate us.
What does Robin Williams say? God gave man a brain and a penis, but only enough blood to run one at a time.
Right, and if we're too busy banging these robot sluts, the real ones are going to rise up and.
You know what? It's a lot cleaner that way. You don't have to worry about babies or STDs.
Is that one more step?
That's what they argue about, and that's a great argument. But isn't that something? If sex is just running rampant, if you're just allowed to have unprotected, there's no consequences for it, where would we end? Would we get anything done? Isn't the ultimate reason man does anything to get laid? If we can just buy a robot and do it at home all day without having to make any money, without having to be successful or keep ourselves attractive. This is the end. It's the end of civilization. No one will procreate if we don't have to. The only reason guys have kids is because it's a byproduct of having, well, not the only reason, but it's a byproduct of having sex.
Yeah.
You get to have sex without a condom.
To carry on your legacy.
I'm just saying.
It's one step towards Terminator era.
Yeah.
The Matrix.
Skynet. All that. We passed that along a few years ago, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, girls have been using machines forever.
I guess you got a point there. It can't be that great or they wouldn't have sex with us. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I mean, you got to be missing some element to it, you know.
I've actually always wondered that about that whole thing, and I've always asked girls, I'm like, God, if a vibrator can do that, I mean, I can't gyrate like that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like, I
I'll
can't
spaz
do that.
out every now and then, but
I'm like, but only for like a minute. Where my abs tense up, my leg cramps. But I'm like, why would you even bother? I don't understand why I don't understand how girls get anything done. Honestly, if that was an option.
a little pocket rocket.
Just saying. Right? I'm just. I think I'm touching on something.
I really wish we could talk to Mel about this from Big Dave and Chloe show.
Yeah, she said she got a bunch of toys and stuff.
Yeah, who are they sponsored by? AdamandEve.com or something like that. And she got a box full of toys, and she always has some new extravagant robot toy.
She's always got a box full of toys. You know what I mean? Anybody? Come
Hey.
on. No. Aw.
Well, there's a dingo in my pocket.
So does it explain exactly how this works?
Okay, it's just some. Okay. These days there are robots to do everything: build cars, vacuum floors, Roombas. Anybody's got a Roomba?
Those are cool. I don't have one, but I'd like one.
It's almost a blowjob machine. Just saying. They are even taking the place in the fashion model runways. What's next? According to one futurologist, and that's an awesome job, by the way. I would love to have graduated from school and be a futurologist. Awesome. Sorry. One futurologist says that robot prostitutes may be appearing on the horizon in the not too distant future. Tourism futurologist. The next best thing to being a futurologist
is a tourism
would be a
futurologist.
Oh my God, what great jobs.
They're predicting the future of where people are going to go.
Dr. Ian Yemen predicts that robot call girls could play a part in the future of tourism. Rather than seeking out the great outdoors, travelers will pursue manufactured experiences just like in Total Recall. Anybody know the plot of Total Recall?
Yeah.
He goes to get a vacation implanted in his brain, and he can't tell if he's a spy or if he's not. It's fun. Anyway, that's what he's talking about right there.
Jimmy, you could chime in anytime you like, brother.
These robots are going to be serving drinks as bartenders. They'll stay in the rooms we'll stay in rooms that change colors, perhaps according to your mood, he says. And the room service would include robot sex workers that give tourists happy endings.
So
I want a happy ending with everything. It's like Eggs Benedict happy ending.
They come out.
I'm gonna ask a question. There was a movie I can't recall what movie it was. I believe it had Sylvester Stallone in it, where they had like
Good movie.
the chick was like, "Hey, do you want to have sex?" And he's like, "Sure."
Demolition Man.
Demolition
Yeah.
Man.
They put the little virtual reality helmets on.
He's like, what do they call it? Swapping fluids. Like,
Yeah.
that's like no one does that anymore.
That's how you get diseases.
Yeah. It's
I
the
don't
first
know.
step.
Yeah. That's virtual reality, and that didn't go anywhere.
See, the idea of having sex without the fear of disease, I wouldn't know what that's like. That's been a fear of mine since I knew what sex was. I knew about the diseases you get from having sex before I actually understood the mechanics of having sex.
I just keep thinking about these robots and like these guys, like that want to not pay for it. So how do you roofie a robot? And you I don't know, you download.
I don't think you screw over a robot pimp.
Does it
that
say
guy's
how-
gonna come up to you with saw blade hands and shit and pliers and.
Yeah,
You pay the robot pimp.
yeah, they have like a
So if
special
you
program.
want to buy one of these things,
It doesn't. They're not actually in production. It just says that they are a possibility
They're
in the very
predicting
near future.
they can come up with this, but they can't make a hoverboard.
I'm saying this
Come
is what
on.
the futurologist should be doing. I'm gonna email my local futurologist about this problem.
Do we have a local futurologist?
I'm gonna look into it, and if not, I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring. Do you vote for futurologist?
Dude, I might be running against you.
That is all I have for flagged as inappropriate. Robot prostitutes are the beginning of the end.
I'll flag it. I'll allow it.
Thanks, Austin. That's all I strive for is your approval.
Lawyered.
Better lawyer down. All right, well, moving on. We're going to slide across the table over here to Mr. Austin Brooks. Usually we do Craigslist ads with Joey, but we're going to do something a little different. We got Craigslist jokes.
Yes. And this is free to the public. Anybody wants to go on Facebook?
Tell us about how you found this.
I was just on, I'm sorry, not Facebook. I was on Craigslist.
Right.
And I was looking up boats and like jet skis and stuff like that. And I'd go to the main page and I was just
Casual
seeing,
encounters.
Yeah, all that shit. So I'd go to the main page and I was just seeing like what's all, out there, and I like discussion forum. I was like, maybe there's something interesting to discuss on there. And so I just wanted to browse through and see what's available. And then one of the tabs was jokes. So I was like, gotta see what this is. I started clicking on it, and literally every 30 minutes or so, I mean, it's filled up with all new ones. But you can just scroll through and anytime find just funny ones. Like this one, I think it was really funny. This guy rear-ended a car, and so he posted on here. I think I told you guys about this on the way.
Okay.
This morning there was alongside the road, there's an accident, and slowly the other drivers got out of the car. And you know, sometimes when you're so stressed, the little things just seem really funny. Well, this guy said he couldn't believe it that the guy walked over to him, and he's a dwarf. He stormed over the car, looked up at me, and said, "I'm not happy." So I looked down at him and said, "Well, then you must be grumpy." And then a fight started. So he posted this on here, and I mean, there's people that comment on it, and then there's all sorts of stuff. And someone put something stupid. Like this one says, "Dear Senator Harkin," and it's probably like a 2-page thing of something of illegal retroactivity that yields blah, 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 2004, 2005, all this crap, local emergency, primary health care, blah, blah,
wow,
blah.
And so sounds important. Local emergency, primary care center, head to blah, blah, blah.
And so I didn't read it because it was too long and boring.
Yeah, obviously.
And so the first post underneath that says, "Too long, didn't read." And then the one underneath that said, "You should have read it. It would have given you one more way to be able to sit on your fat ass all day." And like these people just start ripping on each other for like saying things. And he's like, "I'm a victim of Obamonomics. I have the best reason," or something. Or,
you know, a lot of times the comments are better than I was reading a lot of stuff on Reddit this week, and all the comments are the more interesting parts. You know?
I believe that.
Yeah,
they really are.
It's so funny. This
I don't ever sit down and like write jokes though. What do you? I mean, I don't know. I'm not I can. People say I'm like kind of funny, but I don't know how to sit down and like write a knock joke or something. I learned one time one joke, and that's it. I only tell that one joke when I'm really drunk and everybody insists on hearing a joke.
Is that the goat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
If you say it, it ruins the punchline.
When I went on there, one of the first jokes I saw was that one, but it looked different and it wasn't funny.
See, I don't know where I heard it from. I heard it years and years and years ago, and I just learned it, and that's the only joke I ever tell if I have to.
And that's what someone else said underneath the comment, like old joke or something.
That's all it is, and it's only amusing when everybody's drunk.
And like, here's one. Like, I mean, it's just stupid, but this guy said. 2 gay men were stopped at a red light when a big truck crunched into the back of their car. The driver got out and walked back to the truck driver and said, "You idiot, look what you've done to my car. You're going to pay for this." And the trucker said, "Oh, yeah?" shouted, "Oh, yeah?" He said, "Blow me." The gay man went back to the car and told his buddy, "Good news. He wants to settle this out of court."
hey, you need to comment, "No bigot." Come on.
Yeah. It goes, no. It goes on. And it's funny. These people start arguing back and forth to each other about like stupid. It's only the politics ones, but they just go off and they're like, they comment about them and like they're,
why
"Hey,
is that
Cheryl,
the forum?
blah, 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 blah."
Why don't you pick a real forum to talk about politics instead of the joke forum in Craigslist? I don't know. I'm sorry. I think that's ridiculous. If you have something to say about it, say it somewhere where, you know.
There's funny pictures. One of them I found on here, and I also found one of my buddies posted on Facebook, so I put it on our YNR. But it was a Photoshop of Justin Bieber and this little like 18-year-old girl in the bed. That. She's like wearing pink, and it's his face, and it's like it matches perfectly, and it's like, oh.
What's our Facebook again?
Well, Facebook.com//YNR Radio. Right. Is that it?
What's a /?
It's not a back. It's the opposite of a backslash. It's like
it's a backslash.
It's the right side of a V.
I've never used one of those before. Have you? You have to type that in.
It's on your
keyboard.
Oh, there it is. That's the one that goes. Oh, huh. The computer never makes me do it. It autofills that. Sorry.
We are getting to a point where we never have to type in the actual browser anymore. You know?
Yeah, autocomplete. I love it.
I never have to do. I don't ever finish a browser entry.
What else you got for jokes?
Man, there's so many on here. It's really funny. The top 20 things not to say at work. If you ever want to let loose in the office, if you could only do that, here's and still have loads of cash. But I don't know. What's this guy's stupid. He's.
I used to read
number
jokes.
One, I can see your point, but I still think you're full of shit. I just gotta say that to your boss or someone at work. Yeah. I have plenty of talent and vision. I just don't give a fuck.
Quote.
Yeah.
Quote.
How about never is never good for you? I don't know. It's just like mean things that you wouldn't want to say. I don't know. It's kind of stupid. But the guys go on and comment on about it. And this guy's like, this guy was boring.
This sounds like a definite place where the comments are going to be better. Because like I say, these jokes are, I mean, most of them are going to be heard before. I mean, how old are we? Did you guys ever used to go to collegehumor.com when we were kids and read the jokes and that? All these jokes are going to be, it sounds like they're going to be the same kind of crap that was on there. Like the 50 things not to do at Walmart. Remember that crap? All over the internet?
But it's I don't know. It's just funny. And so if someone puts a political joke on here and someone else goes off on it and it's just
rabble.
And you can go on and it's just funny. It's really funny. I spent hours on this the other day at work.
Sounds like a productive use of your time. Googling jokes on Craigslist.
Well, if
Your
anybody,
boss doesn't listen to that.
if anybody's out there and they dig through Craigslist jokes and finds anything interesting, email it to us at ynrradio@gmail.com.
Yeah. So, but we, Facebook, there's a lot of jokes that you see. People post stuff all the time. You see how many my thing gets filled up with people posting stuff like those stupid little pictures or quotes and stuff, and it gets annoying after a while.
I think we're in a stage of internetism. I don't know, that's not even a word, but where people try to make their stuff go viral, and they try really hard.
Yeah.
Those e-card things are one of them. You can go in there and you can
create your own little.
They have a little animation character that's not actually animated. It's just like a cartoon character, and then it usually says something underneath it.
Yeah,
and they're different colors. You can go make them, but it seems like people try to get they do it on purpose.
Yeah. If they think of something funny, let's go put it on there and make something.
That seems kind of like a good avenue for somebody to make something go viral would be Craigslist jokes. Yeah. On the Craigslist.
I guess it would be cool if you actually did make up a joke and you put it on the Craigslist thing, and then somebody came and you heard it, later on you found it came back to you.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. I guess
the only thing with the viral sensation is everything has to be racier and racier to be funny after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
When we get to a point, we're gonna have to be saying no bigot.
We're there now. I mean, no bigot.
All I gotta say is I gotta thank Craig because this list he made, this is so cool. I mean, this is coolest classified that's free. That has no advertising besides people that want to just.
Who's Craig?
Is there a real Craig?
I don't know, but I just assume it's his list.
Next week I'll do the history of Craigslist. I want to find out who this Craig guy is and what the original list was.
I'll allow it.
I don't.
All right.
I like to promise things I'm not gonna do.
So jokes, there's so many on there. Go help yourself. Literally, you can just spend hours on here and it'll crack you up.
Right on.
Yeah.
Let's go into Gross But True.
Okay, moving on. Gross But True this week.
Set this up right.
Earlier today.
Last night.
Huh? What last night?
When Patrick came over. We started joking about it.
About,
no, that was today. No, I'm sorry.
Killing me.
Sorry.
Earlier today, we were discussing. I forget how we were even talking about this, but it came up that Patrick walked in the house. He gets here today. I'm going to throw you to the bus a little bit. And every day when he gets here, he runs to the door, says hi to everybody, then he goes straight to the bathroom and takes a dump. Every single time, like clockwork. And Brandon mentioned it, and I was telling him how comfortable I am taking a poop at his house and how he should take it as a compliment. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, Patrick does this at our house too. He walks in the door, and the first thing he does is go into the bathroom and take a dump. And I'm like, what, is he not allowed to poop at home? And then it occurred to me. It's not that he doesn't like his bathroom. I'm sure he loves his bathroom. He's afraid to poop in front of his girlfriend.
It's not true.
Are you afraid?
I'm not afraid. I do it on my own time.
What about farting?
Nah, I do that all the time. Apparently, I do it in my sleep. I don't even know about it.
You sleep too? I sleep too.
Who doesn't?
I think everybody does.
I know I do.
Yeah.
But we were talking. But when is it gonna be okay to poop in front of your mate? Is it ever?
I think you should do it as soon as you possibly can and get it over with. Break that ice and make it funny. Farts are always funny.
There should be some mystery left. I want that to be the one thing that I get to keep to myself in a relationship is pooping. I don't do it.
Really?
I mean, the early stages of a relationship for me involve my bowels just getting twisted into knots by holding it for 12, 14, 24 hours at a time sometimes. And that's like trying not to fart too.
Like in Ted and Joe McHale.
Yeah, seriously. He waited until she walked away and then he's like, finally. But I'm serious. Like the first couple times I sleep over at a girl's house or she stays down at my house, it's like I have to like as soon as I walk out the door, I just rip this giant fart because I spent all night long like butt puckered trying not to let anything slip because I just don't want. I don't know why I can't do it.
You don't even let the silence slip if you can make it.
I try to sneak into the bathroom for those and see if I can sneak out one while I'm peeing. Turn the faucet on, the vent on, and everything, so no one can hear what I'm doing.
Really?
In there.
You go that far into keeping this a secret?
Oh yeah. That is not anybody's business but my own, and I don't want to acknowledge that she poops or farts either.
So what was this story that you said?
I don't have a story yet. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Well, I just want to say that that's the only thing I won't do in front of Gina.
Like that's not wrong.
I think it's a personal thing. That's my time. That's my time. I don't want anybody having mental images of me wiping my ass.
I know that's gonna happen when if you like that's what you're like I don't know. That's what you have to deal with when you're really really old and you're all like wearing diapers and stuff. That's something you should deal with. Wait till then. That should be the thing left. But I don't want to. Ugh, gross. I don't want to know you do.
No,
I like to pretend
everyone
that you don't.
does it.
So
get over it.
You're pro pooping in front of company.
Definitely.
pooping in front of her?
I'll poop in front of y'all.
Yeah, gross. No one wants you to literally poop in front of us. I just mean like letting them know. I'm not even talking about open door pooping. I just don't like them to like. I won't do it until I'm free and clear to have my time to relax. Because even if I tried to, I'd try to make it fast. I'd run in there, sit down, and be like, all right, let's go. And nothing's going to happen because I'm too nervous. I can't relax.
Just to mess with her in the morning, I might text her a picture of my poo. Just to mess with her.
That's wow. I can't believe you're single.
Yeah.
Good looks Brooks over here with his lessons.
I have a hard enough time doing it with my dogs following me. Banging on the door.
Well, your dogs are annoying.
Did want to come in the bathroom with me. Probably just sits there at the door sniffing at it. I'm like, you don't want to be in here for what I'm doing. And no one should have to put up with that. Everybody else's shit smells like shit to me except for my own. My own smells like my poop. I can deal with that. And I don't ever want to have that smell, that swelling smell of the person I'm sleeping with in my nose. You have to, because you remember, that's how you remember things. Like you like smells make you remember things. And what if that's the one smell that you end up remembering that? Oh God, no.
Get over it.
I can't live with no. I'm not getting over it. That can happen later on or at some point by accident.
So at what point in a relationship is it okay to release that, no pun intended, release
I go to a lot of trouble. I'll tell you my story now because I didn't tell you guys this. I go to a lot of trouble to not fart or poop in front of my girlfriend now. It's okay now because I can wake up early over there and just sneak into the bathroom and come back before she wakes up and everything. And so let me just set it up. Friday morning I do that. And I sneak in there, do my business, and sneak back to bed, and everything's gravy. Well, we get up a little bit later and take a shower and everything, and I'm getting ready, and the only thing I had from the night before was my swim trunks and like a T-shirt or something like that. I didn't have anything with me, And she's in the bathroom brushing her teeth, and the faucet's on, and I think to myself, this is a great time to get that out of my system. Go ahead and fart. So I kind of creep back to the back of her room, and I go to fart.
What happened?
Well, a little poo came out. And this all happens in a matter of seconds. I'm trying to decide what to do with this situation.
You had bowel movements?
I sharted a little bit. But when you're wearing swim trunks,
oh no,
that's all it takes is a very little bit, and it's and you got a situation on your hands. And now time's against me, right? So I'm thinking this is a bad thing because if I don't address this, the smell is going to address itself at some point here. So I stood there, and I'm like time's ticking by, seconds are passing like hours while I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do in my panicky state. And I just kind of step to the door, and I kind of see her finish brushing her teeth, and I'm like, can I use your bathroom real quick? Just politely ask, can I use your bathroom real quick?
I shit my pants.
Because I haven't checked to see. I made sure that since I'm wearing trunks, there's no netting in there. I made sure to make sure that there was nothing made it all the way out, dripped. There was no mess I made anywhere except for apparently all over myself. So I politely ask her, can I use your restroom real quick? And I go in there and I clean myself up, and luckily I don't know how I did this, but I kept it from getting all over anything on the inside of there. I just because apparently when it happened, my spine puckered up, and I stood there at attention and crept my way to the door and didn't move, just waddled over there.
I love the details.
But the thought crossed my mind because we've been dating for a while, we've known each other even longer, and the thought crossed my mind: should I just tell her I did? I bet she laughs, but I bet she really would think it was funny if I told her right then, But I just wanted to keep that. I don't want that to be. No.
I will tell you that there came a point in my relationship where the same thing happened, but there was no control over it. I had been sick. I was in bed.
Oh, no.
She had slept over. The morning after, I had some tension, released it, then realizing that it was more than air that was coming out the back, and I ran to the restroom and did my business, took a shower, came back, and noticed that the sheet was completely off the bed, and Gina was still asleep. And I said, where'd the sheet go? She looked at me and smiled, and I said, okay, let's just go back to bed. Uncontrollable. It just happened. So we were instantly pushed through the next level of the relationship.
For life over that one.
Right. We need to take a break. Come back for the fourth segment. We're running out of time here. Broadcasting at thebarlive.com. You're hanging out with the boys. I'm Patrick.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Joey.
This is the YNR Radio Show. Stick around. All right, we're back. It is the YNR Radio Show, broadcasting at thebarlive.com. You're hanging out with the boys. We got Jimmy over here hanging out with us, too. And Pug sitting off to my left, doing his thing.
Playing Doom.
You playing Doom? Quake over there? Yeah. Coming up in this segment, Insider's Input. We got a lot of stuff for that this week. And then we're going to do a little late-night insight from the Dallas Observer concert calendar and plugs and shout-outs. So you guys be thinking of your plugs and shout-outs for this week.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
All right, well, we're going to kick it off with Insider's Input. I went and saw a movie this week. And
I did too.
Did you see 2 movies?
I saw two.
Okay.
I saw Spider-Man on Friday.
I heard that
The
sucked.
Amazing Spider-Man. I wouldn't use the word sucked. It was definitely, it's just not great. I'll say what they did a good job with. This one is the one that's like the old one was kind of Power Rangery when they fought and everything, and it looked real cheesy when they were up real close, but the things of Spider-Man swinging around looked great. Well, they fixed all that because the fighting looks really, really cool, and they have Spider-Man doing all kinds of crazy crap, like playing on a skateboard and doing a big slam dunk where he breaks the backboard, and that's, I guess that's for the fans or whatever.
Yeah.
But that part looked really cool.
Do they portray him like in public light in the movie?
What do you mean? Like everybody knows who he is?
Yeah, like Tony Stark. Like
no, nothing like that. The only he does kind of come out to a couple people, so to speak, about it. Like his girlfriend at the time, like I think they got Gwen Stacy as his girlfriend instead of Mary Jane, and
Mary Jane.
What was her name?
Yeah, in the movie. It was.
I don't know why I thought that was funny.
Anyway, but this one was really close to. Did you guys ever watch that cartoon when we were kids, the Spider-Man one that was on with X-Men?
Yeah, that was fun.
This is real similar to that kind of setup, as where the other one wasn't really focused on him being more of a reporter. He's a scientist sort of thing in this one. It talks about his parents a little bit.
Was it good?
It was okay. I didn't love it.
Was it worth seeing in the theater?
It's fun to see in the theater. I saw it in the 3D, and the 3D is definitely not worth it.
3D.
I do too. It's so not worth it. It was the only one showing at the time I went in. But it's very cool looking. It's just kind of over the top, and kids are gonna love it. You know, it's gonna be one of those things. But it's not gonna be the blockbuster this summer.
So it's a lot darker. You think
What, Spider-Man?
Yeah, than the original.
It was a little bit. I mean, they were able to show him getting like injured a little more than they did in the original one. Like more specifically, like they showed him kind of get beat up in the first one and he'd bleed a little bit, but this one shows him like kind of getting cut at one point. It was really kind of. I was like, wow, that's a little weird for a PG-13, but whatever. It was okay.
So what do you rate it?
I'm off the air. I think I can hear me.
What?
I can't hear me. Can you guys hear you?
Did you lose your? Well, you can talk. Still talk.
Oh, okay. Well, I
can hear you.
I give it about a 6, I guess. It was fine.
I
can't hear you guys at all, so I'm just
all
going
right.
to C's. Yeah, I give it about a 6 probably, because it didn't blow me away or anything, and it was really, really long. The story wasn't as strong as the original, so half and half.
Huh.
Well, we saw another movie this week that I was impressed by.
Yeah, we went and saw Ted.
Ted.
Everybody
I saw it
see
too.
Ted. Austin saw it too,
Yeah,
didn't you? You
yeah.
just didn't see it with the group.
I didn't know y'all going as a group.
You defected from the group.
You didn't ask? You didn't say anything.
You were working.
Yeah, you were working.
So
Plus, I already knew you saw it.
It was after our Monday Fun Day of Super NES all day.
Yeah, we played in video games. I did laundry, and then we went and saw that movie. No, Ted's amazing. I really, really thought it was funny. It was kind of like you said earlier. It was kind of a simple storyline, but he did a good job at reinventing it. Making it more fun.
It's if you know Seth MacFarlane and how he works, it's predictable, but there's always that. In comedy, there's a certain rhythm,
It's not predictable. Let's say it's reliable. It's not the
okay.
it's not like I was like saw it all coming. It just kind of delivered where I wanted it to deliver.
Right. Okay. I believe that.
Ted sounds a lot just like Peter Griffin, but they went ahead and acknowledged it in the movie, which was cool for me.
Yeah, I think it's funny. This is the first time you can actually say that girls are going to go see the movies to see strippers, and guys are going to see a movie about a teddy bear. It's like the first time in history,
right? Yeah, because Magic Mike's been out in the theaters. That's a big running joke too. Everybody keeps every time I bring up going to the movies, it's. Okay, well, what time's Magic Mike showing?
Yeah.
My boss walked up to me the other day and said something about us. Said, stop talking about Channing Tatum and get back to work or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's making fun of us.
Anyways, that's
I have a new tagline. Anytime any guy gets out of line, I'm like, whoa, Magic Mike, slow down.
Yeah, it's getting played out too, though. You don't be that guy. That was like so 15 seconds ago.
Yeah.
You guys know
that was so Android to go.
Yeah, Android's going to be the new thing, I'm telling you.
So Android is,
but back to Ted. I like Ted. I thought it was really funny. I did hear Peter Griffin come out a lot, but it was fun. It was entertaining. I love how they figured out, hey, how are we going to go through the story and say how this bear comes to life and starts talking?
That's right.
That's
something I was thinking about when I first started the movie. I'm like, how are they going to progress this into the world where he's just accepted?
Yeah.
And they did it very well.
It's
it was
called
very quick.
suspension of disbelief. They give you one little thing. Everything's honest except for this one little part, and you have to accept that one little part, and everything else is okay. Once you believe that the bear can magically wish to life, then everything else is okay. The idea that he walks and talks and smokes pot and drinks and smokes and somehow has sex with women is all forgivable because we were able to believe. If we're allowed to believe this, we can believe this.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. You know.
Definitely go see Ted.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'd say go see.
What kind of a rating do you give it, Joey?
Oh, it was. It gets. Still can't hear myself. It gets a definite. I was like 7.5. I'd say.
Try now. 7.5.
Did I turn myself off? I'm back. Well, why would you give me headphones I can turn off?
Don't give Joey any buttons. Just sits there and fiddles with
I was fiddling with that. And I thought I messed up the connection. I thought I broke it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to tell anybody. I was just going to say you did it. Jimmy did it.
Do we have anything else for movies this week?
You know what? I'm just going to run over it real quick. Movies coming out. We got The Dark Knight on the 20th, and I'm really, really super excited about that.
Me too.
But other than that, I'm not really. Oh, and The Watch this month. I'm looking forward to The Dark Knight and The Watch. That should be fun.
The Watch? Oh, that's
the one about the Neighborhood Watch?
Yeah, Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller, and
Noah. Wait, is it
Joel,
Noah one? Noah Hill, not Jonah Hill.
No, it's Jonah Hill.
Damn it, I do that wrong every time.
You do. You call him Noah. His name's Jonah.
It's right in front of me too. It says Jonah Hill, and I said it anyway.
Another movie that I want to talk about real quick that I haven't seen yet, but I really do want to see it. It's only getting a 55% squashed rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Is Savages.
Oh, really? It's getting a bad review? Because I heard it was good.
It's only 55. I mean, I heard it was really good.
What's that one about?
It's about these guys that are selling, drug lords. These guys that are selling pot or something like that in California, and they get big enough to where the cartel notices, and then they have to go save their girlfriend.
Katy Perry's Part of Me got 75%. You might want to go see that, Joey.
Pass.
I
have something to do that day. I'm washing my hair that day.
You're washing your hair?
Yeah, it takes a day.
All right, well, you can move into some TV.
Oh, yeah, TV. The only thing I want to talk about on TV today is Breaking Bad, the fifth and final season. This will be the final season of the hit AMC TV show Breaking Bad. Starts July 15th on next Sunday.
AMC, right?
AMC. What'd I say?
I don't watch a lot of drama TV. I usually watch comedy because it helps my soul a little bit.
Yeah,
but I get
simpler.
Yeah, you gave me. You said try one episode, and I was home late at night, and honestly, I didn't even know where the AMC channel was on my TV, and I found it, and they, there's a couple other channels too that play some movies, so I've been really enjoying it. But I gave Breaking Bad one episode, and ever since then I've been completely hooked. Unfortunately, I'm still like a season and a half behind, so I don't think I'm gonna.
Where are you at?
I'm to the point where
like what's happening? Yeah. What's Walt doing?
Walt finds the packet that was given to him about Gail and all that when at Hank's house, when he starts going through stuff.
Yeah,
the notebook.
And all that. When Hank, his brother-in-law.
So I don't know how far off I am.
Oh, the notebook that he leaves in the booth.
Yeah, the one that has the recipe.
The cop found.
It has the recipe in it.
Yeah. I don't know how far back I am, but
and I think that's like has a fingerprint on it or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but I am completely blown away, completely addicted. After one episode, I can't stop watching it.
I have read some things that are going on. Like I read something about Bryan Cranston is gonna take off his acting T-shirt and throw on some big boy directing pants and direct a few episodes for next season.
Cool.
Really? They're doing they're gonna split the season. I don't know how many episodes they're doing this first part of it, but it won't end until 2013. They say he's gonna direct. He's directed a few of them.
I heard something about this being the last season. Is that not true?
This is the last season, but they're gonna split it in half. It'll go it'll be a half season this summer, and they did the same thing with Entourage, and I hated them, but it's brilliant.
I think they did that with last season too, because as I was researching,
they might have. They do it a lot now.
It said the season, and then there was like to be announced episodes that haven't.
Yeah, Walking Dead keeps doing it too. It's really popular. I can't stand when they do it, but yeah, they're gonna split it in half. It is gonna be the last one, but Bryan Cranston said in something I read that that if he and Jesse survive, because no one knows how it's going to end right now except the writers. If they survive, he would be down for a Breaking Bad movie. I don't know how that would happen, but he said he'd do it if they make it. Through the series.
Are you on board with like TV shows that go into movies?
That's hard.
Like a 50-50 deal.
It's hard. I don't like it most of the time. I didn't even I saw 21 Jump Street. They're even like this whole retro thing, bringing back old TV shows into movies. I really don't like.
Is there any news on the Entourage thing?
Entourage probably wouldn't be a movie from what I've read. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a movie. I would think more like a spin-off for Ari.
Yeah.
But I haven't read it. Okay, so I haven't read anything about that in a long time, so I don't know.
So were you on board with the Simpsons movie?
Well, yeah, that show's been around for 25 years almost.
What if
24 years?
What if Sonny did a movie?
I don't know if they could. They toured with that episode where the Nightman Cometh.
Yeah.
They took that and they did it live.
I finally saw the Lethal Weapon 5.
You love that?
Yeah, it was good.
Sonny will be back in September too.
Anything else for TV or movies?
That's it. Just watch Breaking Bad Sunday night.
All right, that's Insider's Input for this week. We're going to go into a little late night insight and tell you about some shows that you might want to catch around town. I think everybody has their stuff pulled up.
Yeah.
We'll just kind of go through this. We're on Wednesday, by the way, folks.
Wednesday?
Yeah, we always get confused about the days that we're on. We're like, why are you on Saturday? But anyway.
Because Saturday's always better.
So nothing happens Wednesday through Saturday.
So basically we pick out musical shows around town that we think that you might be interested in or you may not, and we may just think it's funny to read some of these band names because some of these band names are ridiculous. As like tonight at Club Dada, the Bass Drum of Death.
Hell yeah.
I like that, the Bass Drum of Death. Any band that ends with the words of death,
yeah,
I'm probably interested in.
And bass and drum is usually pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys see that one below that one? DJ Johnny Tight Pants. I love that. He sounds like a gangster, not a gangsta. Gangster.
I don't see that.
Like
never mind.
DJ Johnny Tight Pants.
It's the next one.
Hey,
down.
Johnny Tight Pants.
Hey, check this out. Tonight, a buddy I went
mind.
to high school with, he plays in a pretty cool Texas country band called 6 Market Boulevard. They're playing at the Capitol Bar tonight, and they are incredible live.
I like the Capitol Bar. That place was fun.
Whiskey Dick at the Broncos Sports Bar in the Mid-Cities area.
I've heard them before. They're pretty good.
I haven't been to the Broncos in a long time.
I guess Ritz is playing at Trees.
Right on. Limelight was a really good cover band. They're playing at the Glass Cactus tonight. I love that place. Have you guys been to the Glass Cactus?
For sure. I went with you and Rich back in the day when Rich used to have that hookup there.
Yeah.
It was the stupidest hookup I've ever had anywhere.
We didn't pay for parking. We didn't pay to get in. And we didn't pay for drinks.
Everybody says that when you go with them. Like I used to know people that always say they get you the hookup at a bar, but a hookup at a bar never really means that much. Maybe the first round. This guy, we drove up and they were turning people away, and he goes, hang on. He kind of waves the guy over, and they're like, okay. And we didn't know. Not only did we get parking, we parked almost right where we were at, and then just walked in. Yep. We walked in, and there's a line waiting. It was like $13 a head, and the girl behind it was like, "How many you got, Rich?" It's like 6, and we just waved past. I was like, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
Same thing at the bar. It was crazy.
You got tonight. You got DJ Screech playing at Milo's.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Are you on here?
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not on the concert calendar, man.
Can you put yourself on the concert calendar?
I don't know.
You could try.
Submit it.
Probably could.
If.
All right, you move on to Thursday. We got some good stuff on Thursday.
All right.
The first two ones, I guess they're playing together. Tomorrow at the Jexa Energy Pavilion, 311. Opening up for 311, Slightly Stupid.
Yep.
I don't know who Slightly Stupid is.
But 311.
Slightly Stupid is a good band.
I'd love to see 311.
Oh, I've seen them before. They're awesome. Also at the House of Blues tomorrow night, Cinderella. You can get your 80s hair metal rock on.
I had a chance to see them years ago, and I didn't get to go. I regretted that.
Yeah, they were in. I remember that they were in town. I didn't go either. I've seen a lot of the other ones though. Tomorrow night at Bronco Sports Bar, Velvet Love Box, one of the top cover bands in Fort Worth.
Johnny Case at Sardines.
I waited
till the second page, dude.
Velvet Love Box at Broncos.
Yeah, I just said that.
Shut up. Wasn't listening.
Apparently his headphones don't work either.
I don't see anything else. Okay, here. The Panther Island Pavilion tomorrow night, Bart Crow Band. That's a good one. That's a good one. You're Texas country people. Let's go to Friday. You know, the idea behind this is that as the summer comes and goes, there's supposed to be a lot of good shows, and we're supposed to get better. Friday night at the Jexa Energy Pavilion, Rascal Flatts.
Rascal Flatts. Farmers Insurance presents Rascal Flatts.
Is that what that says? I thought it was a band called Farmers Insurance. I was like, wow, that's weird.
At the Verizon Theater, the Jacksons? Not quite sure.
It's in hologram.
It's hologram form? Okay. See, they need to make that clear.
How about this one? Graceland Ninja is playing with Freaky Friday the 13th at House of Blues.
Cool band names.
Yeah. Vinyl Pilot. Sounds kind of cool.
Backsliders at Double Wide. That's a good band.
Poor David Pubs. Joe Eli.
DJ Ivan G at Carson's Live.
Now you're just humming the song that's playing.
Sound like Peter Griffin over there.
Pooh Live Crew at Capitol Bar. Pooh Live Crew.
Love Pooh Live Crew.
Yeah.
Scott and the gang.
Capitol Bar's been bringing in some good bands.
They really have. They've really stepped up their game. Also, what is it? We're on Friday night. Me and my monkey at the Nos Bar. a good Beatles tribute band. If you're a fan of the Beatles Fab Four era, these guys rock it. They everything down to the guitars and the amps and the everything. They rock it.
If you go to Gloria's, the G Spot's playing.
You just want to say G Spot.
It's a house band.
I'm gonna go over Saturday.
If he can say the G Spot, I get to say Johnny Case again. Johnny Case playing sardines.
No, you don't.
I already said it. I can't unsay it.
Let's go to Saturday.
I'm already there.
Damn it, Austin.
Damn it, Bobby.
Hey, you're getting good at that. Are you practicing at home?
I've been practicing. Well, I Google myself and practice Hank Hill.
That's all you do.
So we got Ray Johnson Band and Peyton Rococo at the House of Blues.
Rococo.
Yeah. Hard Nights Day at Granada Theater.
Yeah, another Beatles. I've never seen those guys, but it's obviously another Beatles cover band.
Obviously.
Hey, Metal Shop at Baker Street. I guess they're playing there now because it says.
Wow.
There was a time where they didn't play a lot in the Fort Worth area, and they did a lot of Corpus Christi, Houston, San Antonio stuff, and now they're starting to play back again. Last Saturday they played at Sherlock's in Arlington.
Good.
Love that. I mean,
I love those guys.
That's how we
like,
met.
Yeah.
Have you heard
no
of
homo?
That's our band.
The Kaiser Theater, or Kessler?
Kaiser Theater.
Kessler. That's an L, not an I. It's Kessler Theater. Have you heard of that place?
Mm-mm.
Apparently sold out for Blind Pilot. It's like
sold out.
Yeah,
huh?
I wonder how big of a place it is.
I don't even know who Blind Pilot
15 people.
Going over this Observer calendar always makes me feel like I'm out of the loop in the music world.
Yeah.
Vanilla Face Jones. We always talk about him.
Saturday night at the Poorhouse, Mullet Boys. Mullet Boys.
There's a bunch of stuff on here, man. Oh, you guys went all the way down to the bottom. Millionaires. I wonder if they're any good. At the Door in Dallas.
I'm going to Sunday. Check us out on Sunday. Probably be a good show. House of Blues, Real Big Fish.
Oh, cool. I remember those guys from when I was a kid.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them in a while.
Weren't they the band in the background during basketball? They played at the basketball stadium. Is that right, Jimmy? Yeah, I think that's true. You guys don't remember that?
Nope.
That movie was awful.
Sorry.
What, basketball?
Awful awesome.
DJ Dirty Cha Cha at Renfield's Corner. Isn't that over Renfield's Corner? Where is it? Is that on the... it feels like that's at a bar at a ballpark or something like that.
Don't know.
It's
We're
weird.
very uninformed.
Yeah.
We do this for you, so...
DJ Hefty playing at Sherlock's Baker Street.
Was that Sunday?
Yeah. Yep, Sunday.
See, all these names show up all the same all the time. I mean, Boxcar Bandits I see all the time.
If Johnny Case can get on the concert calendar, DJ Screech can get on the concert calendar, damn it.
I see these same people on here all the time, and it just says free. I mean, you could just...
Okay, there's no point of putting a house band on a concert calendar.
If they're doing it, you should be doing it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if they play there every night of the week, there's no reason to put them up here.
That's true. It's not
wasted
special.
space.
Yep.
Put my name in there.
Space where your name should be there.
All right. Damn it.
Yep.
I'll write my congressman about it.
Your local futurologist.
I don't know if this is something you can talk to the futurologist about.
What? Yeah, it is exactly.
I'm not convinced you know what a futurologist is.
It's a calendar of what's coming up next. I think a futurologist has a lot to do with that.
Lawyer.
Well,
Touche, my friend.
I didn't really see anything on Monday, but I'm on Tuesday, and I see a couple good stuff. House of Blues on Tuesday, Neon Trees.
And Penguin Prison.
That's a weird name.
I don't know. How'd you miss that? They're playing at the same place. Rubber Gloves. I've never been there.
Rubber Gloves is in Denton. It's a little small place.
Bunch of small
backyard.
bands.
It's not backyard.
Yep.
See, like here, the what is it? How do you say the Edelweiss? Edelweiss band of Edelweiss. It's a house band. Why are they even on here?
Yeah, Elderwise or whatever. Yeah.
Tuesday at the Railhead Smokehouse, Steve Helms. Don't really see anything else. Slow week.
Yep.
Slow week.
So to sum up, don't
sum up.
Go see music show. What's up?
I was quoting you. Sum up. Anyway, that's
Yeah,
Late Night Insight for you this week, folks.
Go see 311 if you can.
Yeah,
tonight.
311 is
or
gonna be a great
Thursday.
Real
show.
Big Fish.
That's Thursday.
Those would be the highlights, I guess. 311, Real Big Fish.
All right, let's move into our plugs and shout-outs before we close out the evening. You got any plugs or shout-outs this week?
Well, I wanted to give a shout-out to Little baby June, born on the 4th of July.
Uncle Joey's a Joey again.
I'm an Uncle Joey
You're
again.
an uncle again.
I told my brother-in-law, Hart, that this doesn't make him not a communist. I like to tell him he's a communist. It's an inside joke. Don't get it.
You
That one listener
done the
will get
cricket
it.
voice. Any else plugs and shout outs for this week?
Our likes are at 151. I think I'm the last one on there. I actually unliked it and reliked it.
What the hell?
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Well, if I'm shopping for a mattress this week and I want to go get a mattress, where would I go?
You would come to Ashley Furniture. And
why? Why would I do that?
You don't want a mattress. You want a sleep center.
I want a mattress.
A sleeping center. That's what you want. And that's what the Tempur-Pedic mattress brings to you. The #1 recommended brand in America is now at your favorite furniture store, Ashley Furniture. I know you guys are excited. So calm down, okay, guys? Because these are on sale right now at very competitive prices, and we'll give you 5 years with no interest if you buy one from me.
What if I want a mattress that has like the big springs in it? That's my style. You still got they still make those?
In-spring mattresses are all the rage still, man. I've got one. I love my Stearns & Fosters. Yeah, I have a whole lineup of Stearns & Fosters, and if those are a little outside your budget, I've got some excellent Sealy Posturepedics that can really satisfy you in the bedroom.
And you guys got
you know what I mean.
I just got a new recliner.
No.
I'm pretty excited about it. I was gonna buy one.
You got a robot mattress.
It was I helped move furniture and I ended up with a new recliner.
That's good payment.
So I'm sorry. I didn't come to Ashley.
Did you have to move it home?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's the catch.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking for a new mattress, and I'm gonna go to Ashley Furniture someday soon.
Yeah, come check me out.
I bought a mattress. We paid a lot of money for it, and it was horrible. We've only had it a year and a half, and it's the worst. It's like sleeping on. I'd rather sleep on the ground. So if you want to buy yourself a mattress, go see Mr. Joey Caswell at the Ashley Furniture, and he'll set you up with something real nice.
Yeah,
that's right.
Real nice, Clark. Yeah. Also, but if you want to buy a car, we got somebody that works in the car industry.
And it's not always sometimes you want to buy a car. Sometimes you have to buy a car. And if you want to go somewhere where you can trust somebody.
I'm at that point right now. I have to buy a car.
Yeah, go somewhere where you can trust somebody, where you know you're going to get a good deal, where you know you're going to get taken care of.
I think I know where this is going.
I'm not going to miss your business on price and definitely not hospitality. So if you want a good deal, come see me at Dave McDavid Honda. I will be there. Well, what's going on, Brandon?
Sunbrew Brandon in the house.
Yeah, so come by see me. I got some really good deals. We still have some hail cars left. I can save you like up to $7,000 off some of these cars. That's unheard of on these deals right now. They normally it's like $2,000 off. So if you want a great deal, come see me this week. Dave McDavid Honda, Irving.
Austin Brooks, he's the man to go see if you want to buy a new car. We're about to close it out here, folks. Until next time, I'm Patrick.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Joey.
And make sure you check out our Facebook, facebook.com/YNR Radio, or email us at ynrradio@gmail.com. We'll see you next week, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We're out of here.
Later.
The YNR Radio Show is sponsored by David McDavid Honda in Irving, Ashley Furniture in Arlington, Lavish Limousines in Fort Worth, and the Sunbrew Bikini Team. Check out the YNR Radio Show online at thebarlive.com, facebook.com/YNR Radio, ynrradio.tumblr.com, or email them at ynrradio@gmail.com.